Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Mare, this is NiteMare Bliss. I do unboxings, I used to do hauls. Now I'm doing anti-hauls, upcycling, etc, etc. New year, new me next year. I like a good haul now and then when there's sales. I have a lot of pets. I live on a mini farm out in the middle of nowhere. I am a former industrial bass player. I was in a crazy band in Detroit. I was in bands for decades. Left it all to move up on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. But before I did, I was a makeup artist, hairstylist, esthetician, and nail tech back in Detroit. Now I am here with no friends, no family, no one to talk to, but I have YouTube. So here I am. Thank God I have it because I've met so many great people here. We all did a Halloween collab together. There will be a card at the end of this video. Make sure you check it out because Jane's, if you didn't watch it, hilarious. Made me really think, you know, I could have just gone full goofy with it and I didn't. And next year I'm going to be a little more goofy on Halloween. What else? Because I know I'm going to have some new people here from Jane's channel. I actually met Jane through Sanitz, who Sanitz is a Swedish Eldergoth. She just came up in my recommended whatever on my page and I clicked on her and we just became great friends, and she actually made these earrings for me that I am wearing. I decided I would wear Sanitz earrings because she introduced me to Jane, and Jane sent me this necklace that she made. We kind of all have stumbled across each other on YouTube. I'm so glad I met people like Sanitz and Jane because I want to say I wish I would have met them 2 years ago when I started actively uploading here. I've had this channel since March of 2009. It's crazy that we had so many similarities in our life paths and things that we've gone through, but Sanitz is in Sweden. I am in the USA, originally from Detroit, and Jane is in the UK, as you know. And we all came together on this thing called YouTube, which is why I will never hate YouTube no matter what happens in my life, because it's brought me in touch with so many great people. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what I wanted my channel to be. So it's just been evolving over time. And here we are today, and I'm doing a collab with someone who I wish I would have met 10 years ago. But everything happens as it's supposed to and when it should. And here we are with the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette, which I recently sent to Jane. She had mentioned that she really liked Kaleidos, or I don't know, some people say Kaleidos. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. I say Kaleidos because it reminds me of a kaleidoscope, but maybe it's Kaleidos. I've heard a lot of people say Kaleidos, so maybe it is. This is magnetic, so it comes apart. And there's this cool mirror background on here and this. And I love that they did Flower Punk because they did these really cool grungy. This Earthship color is great. This is such a grungy green. They did the grunge side, and then they did this weird pinkish green side. A radically verdant vision of lush greens and soft earthy tones. Makeup on the bright side. I like the back too. Also, if you're new here, I am an indie makeup lover. That is my thing. I like indie brands. Anyway, I am guessing that Jane is going to use the grungy side. I wonder if I'm going to be right, because I haven't seen her video yet. I have the link, but I'm not going to watch it until you're watching these. I'm going to watch it with you guys. I'm thinking Jane's going to do grungy. So I'm thinking about doing these on this side. I'm going to do like one eye and then I'll probably pop off camera for a minute. Oh, by the way, I goof around a lot on my channel. If you're looking for serious, spooky, woo, no. I am too old to be serious. I'm popping on a shadow shield because I know that Kaleidos, from using them for a couple years now, fall out. I'm going to use Nouveau. I really like this brand a lot. Also, I love these shadow shields because when you go underneath, you could do this really amazing, like smoked out, you know, under eye like this. And you could bring it all the way down like this. You get one of these and you just go like this and you bring it down. When you take this off, you are going to have just the most amazing line right here. What's really funny is I was a makeup artist and hairstylist, as I said, in Detroit, and I never got to do anything fun. All I did was wedding and prom makeup. I had to be very, very creative. Oh, what shade? Oh, wow, I really love this shade. Oh, by the way, if you saw my palette, I have used this palette. I really like this palette. Peach Soju. I'm putting it like right over this just to kind of soften it a little bit. Oh, I am wearing a Kaleidos lip shade too, just in case you're looking at these lips going, what is that beautiful shade on her lips? It is called Scorpion Fruit. It is one of their lip clays. And I topped it with Never Trust the Living by Notoriously Morbid. This is one of their Mystic Metallics. I love this brand. Jane always sees my lipstick and she's like, oh my God, I love it. One of these days I'm going to have to gift her some Notoriously Morbid because it is absolutely some of the best makeup ever. Love it. I'm going to use Stained Glass, super shimmery metallic pink. I love this shade. By the way, don't be one of those gothy people who's like, you can't wear pink and green. Okay, this is called Flower Punk. You know what? One thing that the Eldergoths do not abide is gatekeeping. I think most of us, I don't know one Eldergoth that's like, oh yeah, go ahead and gatekeep. No, you do not want to gatekeep, and here's why. Since I have your attention. Aloe Cove. I'm just doing an inner corner with it. Ooh, pretty. So gatekeeping. Well, you know, I always say the whole movement really came out of a subculture and being different and not being content with the status quo and the way society is. The normies, you know. The normies always looked at us funny and wow, you get this really cool, creepy, shimmery shade with Stained Glass and Aloe Cove layered over each other. Sorry, just had to throw that in there. I am going to use the grungy one, Earthship, underneath, because I think I really want this under here. Oh yeah, it's nice, darker. So what was I saying? So, yeah, you end up turning into everything that you say you hate when you gatekeep, right? Because you're like, oh, you can't wear this, you can't do that. It's like, you know what? Kids who do and say that stuff, you sound just like my parents when they were judging how I dressed and what I liked. Just saying. I'm just saying, don't turn into what you hate. Don't turn into everything that we are trying to say. We're trying to say don't be like everyone else. So if you gatekeep and you say, well, you have to be like this, then I got news for you. You just are you're telling people to be like you, so it's the exact same thing that you don't want people to do to you who are the normies out there. So just don't do it. Okay? Okay. The thing is, when you get to be my age, ooh, this is really bizarre and I'm kind of here for it. When I was 16, I was a very angsty kid, obviously. I hated the world. I hated the way things were. Why are things like this? Why are people like this? Blah, blah, blah. I was always mad at something. And I'm going to peel this off. You can see that nice clean line. There's my eye look. I do have to do a very cool waterline. My mascara and whatnot. But, wow, that looks really weird. Okay, look at this side. Pay no attention to the person on this side of the room. Hold on, let me find my waterline. Okay, I'm back. I just popped like a really bright green in my waterline because it just really needed that to bring out the lid, so it's the same shade. But my dad was like, I don't know why you're always angry all the time. You're always so mad at everything. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, the world sucks. You just don't understand. I mean, we've been saying this for decades. I was like, why do people have to be like this? And why do people have to do that? And why does it have to be this way? And I was always questioning everything, which I think is where a lot of the subculture comes from. You're just not satisfied with the status quo. You're like, why does the world have to be like this? Why do you have to look like this? Why is this the music you want to listen to? God, don't get me started on pop and mainstream music. I've never liked it. It just doesn't, it's just not what's in my soul, you know? So you just question it, and then you kind of get into this whole subculture thing, and that's just the way I've always been. I've never been okay with the status quo, so to speak. So I've always been a little anti-establishment that way. But the thing is, when there weren't gatekeepers back then, nobody gatekept. In fact, I had friends who were punks, I had friends who were mods, I had friends who were like everything back then. And nobody, the only ones who teased me were, the punks teased me once. And I told this story before in a video that the punk guys were teasing me. And they were like, oh, It's spooky girl, you know, because I was all gothy. I was wearing like a full-length cape going to a club and, you know, looking like vampire girl and everything. And they're like, oh, here comes spooky girl, ooh, you know, and they're teasing me. And they were wearing like the suspenders. They were very Clockwork Orange. Let's just leave it at that. They all looked like they were. And I'm like, and here's the thing. I called them out. I was like, hello, Clockwork Orange. Hi, Droogs. Look at yourselves. And I basically said, you all dress alike. You all look alike. You all are wearing the exact same thing. It's like a uniform. And then you're mad at everybody who is not wearing your uniform. See what I'm saying? It's just, when, you know, don't become, I don't want to say don't become your parents, because my parents, I have the best dad in the world. My dad is 92. My dad just turned 92. My mother is sadly no longer with us. She would have been 89 this year, but my dad is 92. He is my hero. He has always loved me no matter what, even though he says I don't always understand the whole thing. He did not understand the goth thing at all. Ooh, he did not like it. But he understands a lot more now. And and you know the greatest thing? Here's the greatest thing. Going from being like 15 or 16, being all spooky and gothy and wearing, you know, black lipstick, black eyeliner, black blush, being like super creepy looking and moody and everything all the time. And my dad saying, I don't get it, I don't get it. And my mom saying, it's a phase, it's a phase. And I'm like, now I'm in my 50s. I'm like, Dad, not a phase. It's just really funny. So, but my dad, when I was 16, he said, why are you always so mad? You're always so angry. You're always so mad at everything. Why? And I said, Dad, the world's effed up. Do you not see this? Da 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 da. You know, and I was all like I said, all angsty and everything. And these are too long. I need to trim a little bit. Sorry. I thought they were going to be too long, but I'm like, let's see if I can get away with it. They are way too long. I always trim the longer end, not the shorter end. I'm gonna. Oh. Sometimes I really hate cutting lashes because they're so pretty. Let's try this again. So my dad was just like, you know, but why do you have to be mad all the time? And I'm like, because I'm not happy with the status quo and the way the world is. And he said, when you get to be my age, and when he said this, he was in his 40s, I think. But he said, when you get to be my age, you're going to look back at your life and you're going to wonder why you spent so many years being angry and mad at everything. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, quite loving this. Jane loves the big fluffy lashes, so I did a big fluffy lash for Jane. So yeah, my dad was like, you know, why do you want to do that to yourself? Why do you always have to be so mad all the time? And I'm like, because I have to be, because I'm full of piss and vinegar and angst and everybody sucks and the world sucks. And then you get to be my age and you're like, you know what? I just want to do what I want to do. And I'm not saying I don't care about what's going on in the world, because I very much do. There we go. So this is why I trim my lashes and then I do this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I do this one on the bottom on the corner. You probably know this trick, but if you don't, there you go. Sonny's didn't actually know that, I don't think, because she talked to me about it. She's like, how did you do that little corner lash? And I said, well, I take... Lashes are always too long for me, and as I was, okay, my lower lashes are glued to my upper lashes. As I was saying, I don't like to waste anything. I hate waste. Like, I won't throw this little corner of the lash away. I'm going to use it. It is hard to see, but these are purple lashes. They're from Hellbites Beauty, and these are called Wicked. And I did just send Jane a huge pack of eyelashes of my favorites. I believe I sent her these, which are the other ones I was thinking about wearing, but these are red, these are purple. The red really didn't go with this. After all that rambling, I'm gonna pop off camera, finish this eye, and I will be back and we will finish this up. Be right back. Well, you kind of know what the finished look is because I already did one eye, but here's the finished look in its entirety. I hope you all enjoyed this. I can't wait to see what Jane does. Oh, by the way, one thing that can make this look a lot cooler, aside from the lashes, is doing a really cool crazy waterline shade. This is a Melt Cosmetics. I don't think you can get this though. This is called the Afterlife Ultra Matte Gel Liner This was from the Beetlejuice full collection that Melt put out a couple of years ago. I did get the full collection. I'm still using things from it. I'm still using this in my waterline, and I absolutely love it. I love a green or a red or a crazy colored waterline. So maybe if you're not so much into the color and this, you know, using pinks and greens and things scares you a little bit, maybe just use a crazy waterline shade. That's kind of how I started out. I always did red. Red was always my waterline shade. That's like my go-to. And then I started using orange and yellow and purple and blues and greens, and now I love it. And I like the crazier and brighter the waterline, the better. Also, if you have hooded eyes, do the upper waterline. Make sure you do your upper waterline here. Now these are my makeup artist tips. Do the upper waterline. It opens your eye up more, makes your eye look more open. So it's a little trickier to get used to doing. It feels really weird, but it's worth it. Thank you so much, Jane, for doing this collab with me. I hope you all had a good time. And I think Kaleidos is doing a sale for Black Friday and for, I think I saw something on their website. But check out their Instagram. I'll put their website below, but also watch their Instagram, because their Instagram, they always talk about when they have things on sale. I have this crazy blue thing back here. I'm going to be using everything that is in this. This is my newest, and this was from their last release. I got the whole set. Did I need it? Probably not, but it's here, and I'm going to be using it. So please like and subscribe if you so wish. I would love to have you around and watching all my craziness and my crazy life here. Jane also inspired a video I'll be doing for Vlogmas. I have my ring collection from my entire life. I have gothy rings from 1985 to 87 that I still have. I don't know, in all my moves all over the place. I don't know how I never lost them, but I didn't. Still have them all. I'm going to be doing my goth ring collection with some stories. And I am going to be doing my favorite goth candles. They are all right behind me. But I do have a huge, and I mean huge, you're going to need a whole pot of tea for it, collection of goth candles. So I'm going to share all my goth candles with you. I'm obsessed with them. I'm going to be uploading every day in December, just like I did in October. If you are new here, go back through all of my fun October stuff. It was a crazy month in October. November has been a little more chill, and I am getting ready to kick it into high gear. I am also doing my first collab on Friday that I am hosting. It is called the Anti-Black Friday collab, and it is going to be wearing black themed makeup, everything black, 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 and a little bit of an anti-haul, let's not fall into the consumerist trap for Black Friday. But I am into supporting small brands, shopping small business Saturday, shopping creators, things like that. Oh, and also kicking off Vlogmas December 1st is going to be my favorite goth palettes part 2. It's going to be even better than part 1, because now I have all of the palettes that came out in October, and those are all in my big bag of spooky shit over here. And yes, I have a bag that says big bag of spooky shit right there. Big bag of spooky shit. Come back and see what's in the big bag of spooky shit for my favorite goth palettes part 2. I'll see you in the next one, kids and not kids and gothlings and elder goths. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks again, Jane. Love you. Bye for now.